Metriso3000. The digital resistance meter Metriso3000 is suitable for resistance point-to-point measurement as well as resistance surface and resistance to ground measurements. With the supplied TH sensor, also the temperature and the relative humidity can be measured and documented. An optional barcode scanner allows the acquisition of ESD control elements that are marked with a barcode. After the measurement, the calculated data are stored automatically in the appropriate folder. An integrated voltage meter also allows the measurement of AC and DC voltage up to 500 volts. The included low-resistance measuring range can also measure resistances down to 1 ohm. In the field setup, certain defaults can be set, for example, switching the menu language from German to English. By using the supplied software ETC, it's possible to create and manage all ESD testing elements. After the measurements, the records can be transferred via USB cable to a PC or laptop and can now be processed to complete test reports. Chapter 1. Checking the reference resistor. Before starting the measurement, an integrated reference resistor is going to be tested at a test voltage of 100 volts. If the leads are connected properly and the device works properly, a reference value of 10 megaohms will appear. Chapter 2. Determine the environmental conditions. In the next step, the relative humidity and the temperature are determined. For this purpose, the included TH sensor is connected to the serial interface and the selector switch is turned to the TH symbol. The unit is now determining at regular intervals the current values that can be stored in the device in any folder. Chapter 3. Set parameters for the resistance measurements. After insertion of test leads, the device is switched on via the selector switch. The Metriso3000 offers the choice between verification and qualification measurements and has filed appropriate limits according to the current ESD standard IEC 6134051. In a drop-down menu can be selected which ESD control element should be tested and how many measurements must be performed on each object. In our example, we perform a qualification measurement with 3 readings at an ESD table and measure the point-to-point resistance. An additional feature allows it to set a lower limit. After all parameters are set, the measurement is started. Chapter 4. Measurement and storage of resistance values. In the 10-volt range, resistances are tested up to 1 megohm. In the 100-volt range, resistances are tested up to 1 teraohm. If the measured value is within the specified limits, the limit LED lights up green. The device uses the specified number of measurements systematically. By pressing the memory button, the measured data can be stored into the previously created folders. After all the measuring points have been processed, the control element is removed from the list automatically. Stored data can be called and considered again by pressing the memo button. By pressing the button Continue, a continuous measurement can be started. Pressing the button again will stop the measurement and the value can be stored. Chapter 5. Optional barcode scanner. The optional barcode scanner, which can also be connected via the serial interface with the Metriso3000, offers the ability to scan previously labeled elements such as ESD tables or ESD chairs. The scanning process takes you automatically to the folder, which was stored in the software with the appropriate barcode number. After this step, we made the measurements and storage operations as shown in the previous chapter. Chapter 6. Transfer of measurement data. The measured and stored data are transferred via a USB cable to a PC or laptop and can now be processed in the software etc. By clicking the button Readout Structure, the transfer of the measurement data is started. Chapter 7. Creating and managing folders in the software etc. In the etc software, folders and subfolders can be created, which allow the measurement technicians to create and store the various ESD control elements in different building sections. Already at this stage can be determined whether a qualification or a verification measurement to be performed, which control element should be tested, and how many measurements are made at the respective object. In the column ESD ID, an additional barcode number can be entered and stored for each test object. Using the barcode scanner, the labeled ESD control element can then be identified and assigned. Once the folder have been created, the data are transferred to the Metriso3000 by clicking the button Transmit Structure. Chapter 8. Create and print a test report. After the measurement data have been sent from the Metriso3000 to the PC by clicking the button Readout Structure, they can be presented in a precast document and can be edited with various menu functions. For example, by selecting the applied standards or adding comments. It's possible to present the protocol in a preview or to send the print job directly to a selected printer by clicking the printer icon in the menu bar.